you little man!
After more than a decade away, Shinobi has returned. And this time, it's not just a nostalgic throwback, it's a full-blown reimagining. Shinobi Art of Vengeance launched on August 29, 2025 across all major platforms, and from the moment I picked it up, I was hooked. It's a modern 2D platformer that respects the roots of the original series while reinventing itself with hand-drawn artwork, refined mechanics, and a deep toolkit of combos and abilities. At a glance, the striking visual design pulls you in, but once you start playing, the mechanics keep you there. In this review, I'll cover how Shinobi blends its fast, stylish combat with exploration, what makes its art direction so beautiful, how its stage design balances nostalgia with modern design philosophy, and whether it lives up to the name of one of Sega's most beloved franchises. The first thing that struck me when I booted up Art of Vengeance wasn't the nostalgia. It wasn't even the story setup. It was the artwork. The hand-drawn animation is gorgeous. Every stage looks like a painting brought to life. From bamboo forests swaying in the wind to neon-lit military complexes buzzing with electricity, the game is constantly throwing striking environments at you. But visuals are just a hook. The moment I took control of Joe Musashi, the game clicked. The responsiveness of the controls, the fluidity of the animations, and the sheer satisfaction of chaining together katana strikes, kunai throws, and ninjutsu techniques, it felt modern yet familiar. Within 5 minutes, I wasn't just admiring the art, I was locked into the flow of the combat loop. Combat is where Shinobi Art of Vengeance truly shines. On the surface, it's simple: attack, dodge, throw, cast. But the deeper you go, the more tools and combos you discover. The katana isn't just a melee weapon, it's the core of your combo system. Quick slashes chain into finishers, air juggles open up aerial combos, and perfectly timed executions let you wipe out multiple enemies in one cinematic strike. The kunai are more than just ranged pokes. They can interrupt enemies mid-attack or set up extended combos if you weave them in between sword strikes. Then there's the ninpo magic. These special abilities add dramatic flair while also giving you tactical control. Firebursts, shadow clones, or screen clearing techniques don't just look cool, they add layers of strategy to encounters. What impressed me the most is how all of these tools connect. You're not just spamming one move. The game encourages you to experiment, to mix melee and ranged, to use mobility and magic in creative ways. And because the enemies vary, from simple soldiers to heavily armored brutes to aerial ninjas, you're constantly adjusting your approach. It's this interplay of mechanics that kept me playing long after I thought I'd take a break. Each fight felt like an opportunity to refine my combos, test new tools, and push myself to play more stylishly. I have to stop here and talk about the artwork because honestly, it's one of the most beautiful platformers I've ever played. The game's art direction is inspired by traditional Japanese aesthetics, but it's blended with modern anime-style character animation and sharp environmental design. The result is a world that feels handcrafted but alive. Every frame looks like it could have been paused and hung on a wall. You're not just running through generic forests or cityscapes, you're moving through spaces that tell their own story. Backgrounds teem with detail, from villagers hiding in fear to banners flapping violently in storm winds. The animation work ties it together. Joe's movements are fluid but deliberate. Every slash, every kunai throw, every dash has weight. Enemies don't just fall, they collapse in style, dissolving into effects that fit the game's visual identity. It's the kind of art direction that elevates gameplay, because even when I had frustrating platforming segments or had to backtrack, I didn't mind. I just enjoyed looking at the game. The game follows a Metroidvania-inspired structure, meaning you're not just moving left to right like the original arcade classics. Instead, levels are interconnected, with secrets tucked away and upgrades hidden behind traversal challenges. At first, stages feel straightforward. You cut down enemies, move through corridors, take in the scenery, but once you start unlocking abilities, double jumps, wall runs, grapple points, older areas reveal new secrets. This is where the design rewards exploration. That said, not every level is perfect. Some layouts reuse ideas, and a few sections suffer from awkward jumps or hidden paths that feel more frustrating than rewarding. But overall, the balance between combat arenas, exploration paths, and platforming challenges keeps the pace steady. It's not as sprawling or labyrinthy as the biggest Metroidvania titles, but that works in its favor. It respects your time while still rewarding curiosity. The story is classic Shinobi. Joe Musashi returns to find his clan attacked, his village in ruins, and the shadowy corporation responsible. Driven by vengeance, he sets out to cut his way through military outposts, cursed temples, and demonic fortresses. It's straightforward, but it fits the tone. This isn't about branching choices or dialogue trees. It's about embodying the role of a lone ninja avenger. The story is told mostly through short cutscenes and visual storytelling, letting the environments and artwork do the heavy lifting. And honestly, that's enough. The atmosphere carried by visuals and the music sets the tone perfectly. You don't need an epic 40-hour RPG narrative here. You just need motivation to keep slashing forward. And it delivers that in spades. On the technical side, Shinobi Art of Vengeance performs well across all platforms. On PS5 and Xbox Series X, it runs smoothly with crisp resolution and fast load times. On PC, it scales well, and even on Switch, while the visuals are dialed back, the core gameplay remains intact. Minor bugs exist, a few animation hiccups, occasionally hit detection quirks, but nothing game-breaking. So here's my verdict. Shinobi Art of Vengeance is the revival this franchise deserved. It hooked me immediately, thanks to its modern mechanics, tight combat, and stunning artwork. The platforming isn't flawless, and the level design could use more variety, but these issues don't outweigh their strengths. This is easily one of the best 2D action platformers of the year. If you love stylish combat, beautiful hand-drawn design, and the thrill of becoming a one-man ninja army, Shinobi is absolutely worth your time.